All right. Thanks, everybody. So what I'm saying is that now is the best time in history to be an independent artist. Actually, it's kind of the best time to be an artist of any kind who wants to take their own marketing into their own hands. Now, headlines might say otherwise. Currently, I believe 80% of editorial playlists on Spotify are held by major labels. The majors, since about 2020, have been printing about $1 million an hour in music from Spotify and the streaming services. Meanwhile, 100,000 new tracks are uploaded every single day, so there's a lot of competition. However, there is a very specific secret that they don't want you to know. Nobody has any cheat codes to help you get famous or to grow your audience or do any marketing that you can't do yourself. So there is officially no get famous button. That means, now it's all scary, right? You were dreaming of getting signed since you were a kid, and now you're in the industry and you're like, what am I gonna do? Who's gonna help me out? But that also means that the playing field is officially level. You can do everything that any marketing executive could tell you to do. Now, I am one of those marketing executives. I work for a management company called Friends at Work. We manage John Legend, Charlie Puth, Raphael, Saadiq, Lindsey, Stirling, a bunch of big artists. I'm also an adjunct professor at USC, and where I actually teach this stuff to the next generation of people to come up in the industry and try and help artists reach their audiences. I was also a founder of Foundy. It's a marketing startup that helps with links and data. Prior to that, I was a DIY independent artist. I made some really questionable hair and fashion choices in my life, but I was playing in bands in LA and New Jersey, and we were DIY. And 20 or so years ago, DIY marketing looked a little different. We literally would go out on the street and go to shows of bands that sounded like us and put headphones on people and be like, please listen to my band. And then if they liked it, we'd be like, oh, please buy a CD. That CD was one $5, $10 transaction. Now DIY marketing looks like this. It's all content and distribution. If you can make content around your music, now Ted was reminding me, it's music, not content, but there's also all the things you can make around it. And that's what, if you can get that out there, you can reach people. And that's DIY marketing today. This is an artist we work with named Frawley. You see on the left over here, that's when she was on a major label. And she had a little bit of viral success, some editorial playlists. Then to the right is where we started to implement strategies that I'm going to talk about in the next screen, just some high level stuff. Now, musicians don't like this because musicians want to make music. They don't want to make content. But really, when you boil it down, what I'm trying to say is the expectation now is that you should own your own audience. And that's really the opportunity here. So owning your own audience is an opportunity and not a burden. And a lot of artists are afraid of this idea that they have to invest so much in things other than their music. But really, these are the places that I would look into. Is everything okay with Mike? Was it just me being too loud? Okay, these are the 4 areas of investment to keep in mind. Social media, video content, advertising, and TikTok is going to get its own area. Now, these are high-level ideas that I share with artists all the time to help them get going. So specifically for social media, think of it as an opportunity. You don't have to do everything really well, but if you do one thing great and you keep in mind that it's storytelling, share just a piece of yourself and be authentic, you're going to connect better. And there's also a great platform called Laylo if you want to be doing some DMs to reach people on Instagram. Don't neglect YouTube. It is at once the #1 music streaming service in the world and a search engine. So you can use it for SEO. I know lyric videos get boring, but you definitely want to create them. Visualizers have visual content with every single piece of music you put out. This is an okay place to invest, but I'm not telling you to put a lot of money into it. My main advice here in digital advertising is invest in growth. Don't expect direct ROI in streaming, that you're going to get streams that pay for every ad you do. All that growth over there was from advertising to grow her overall following. Now, TikTok is going to get 3 slides. I know it's a big deal. It's not because TikTok is such an important brand, but what they're doing in this content and distribution game is they're actually finding the distribution for you, and that's really exciting. So the first thing to do is spend time on it and learn about it and see if you like it. UGC is how things really go viral. That's where if you get 1,000 people a day making videos using your music, you will see increases in streaming. But then there's one really important thing that I want to share, and this is the TikTok, what I call the TikTok cheat code. If you are a content creator and you create content using this 3-part structure, premise, setup, punchline, condense it down to 15 to 30 seconds, you will see more views. I can pretty much guarantee it. And that comes directly from TikTok too. So if you take all of those ideas and put them together, that is as close to a marketing cheat code as anybody in the industry has. It's as much help as anybody is going to give you at any level. So you can go forth, not invest a lot of money, and build your own audience and own that and own your career.